Good evening and welcome to Bent TV. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we begin with The Talk, where their subject tonight is misogyny, dislike, contempt or ingrained prejudice against women within our community. And then fast on the heels of last week, we have another episode of Lip Service where Simon and his panel discuss the topics sent in by viewers. Tonight, Maz, Liam and Jules. And to finish tonight, G Factor, where Simone and Jo discuss how they met, their special interests including tarot card reading and the shows they did on Join 94.9, and listen for a special offer if you join as a Bent TV member from Jo.
Hi everyone, welcome to Bent TV. This is The Talk, where we basically talk about issues that relate to young, sex and gender diverse people. A lot of people talk about this idea of the talk, that parents give their children when they're younger around sex or sexuality, but mostly that seems to be exclusively for straight people. So, gay people or queer people don't really get that, so we're hoping to do that today. Today I'm joined by my esteemed panelists, Michael, Jasmine and Chrisi. And we thought we'd just explore a particular topic. So today we're going to talk about misogyny in the gay community. So I guess I'll just get started. I guess I'm just going to open up a question to get the conversation going. Is misogyny an issue in the gay or queer community? And I guess in what ways does it manifest itself?
Yes, it is an issue in the gay and queer community. My most recent example of that would be when I was out with my friends at a gay event. It was mainly lesbian women, but there are a few gay men sprinkled around, of course. One gay man on the dance floor started grabbing me, dancing with me pretty roughly. At one point he grazed my hair and said, don't worry, I'm gay. So somehow that's supposed to excuse the behavior. And I also don't think that he would do that to a white woman who was in that position as well. So it's pretty, I think, double-edged there. And
so do you think, I guess, because the person identifies as gay, they almost feel like they can execute that kind of behavior, and because they're gay, it means that gives them, I guess, a free pass?
Well, because he was a man.
Yeah.
More so than gay, but then he also used gay as being a crutch and as an excuse for that behavior to justify it.
Definitely.
Like, straight men, as you were saying, like, they still have that kind of sense of entitlement to a woman's space and body and hair specifically for black women as well. But like, I think for gay men, like, your experience, like he was using his gayness to kind of negate that kind of straight male privilege, even though he still had that male privilege where he, because he's gay, he like doesn't want to, have sex with you, but like he's still, that almost excuses it. Like, oh, I'm allowed to like sexually assault you basically, but because I'm, it's like just a joke or whatever because I'm gay. Like I don't actually want to have sex with you, so it's okay, even though that's like really messed up.
Yeah, I think it can be really upsetting. I remember a similar experience to yourself. A friend who was also gay, he like touched my chest and was just like, yeah, but it's okay because I'm gay. And it doesn't change the fact that as a person you're still very much entitled to respect and privacy and consent and everything that comes with people's personal space. So I think it's still an issue. Fortunately, it hasn't happened too often with me, but it does exist in the queer community, unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%. And I think I was speaking to you, Jasmine, earlier, and you were talking about how that also can extend to women in the queer community as well. Did you want to talk a bit about that?
I guess when it comes to some lesbians who adhere to this strong identity of masculinity, sometimes they can pick up some of those toxic masculine traits and fall into objectifying other women, especially feminine women. And so, it all falls back into that. And I also think that there are a lot of people who think that just because someone is in the like LGBT community, the marginalized community, that they can somehow they can't be misogynistic or racist or anything. But I feel like, well, we've all grown up in this society that is patriarchal, that is racist. So of course it's going to be a microcosm of that.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like I've for a long time naively assumed that because we're part of a group that has experienced oppression and discrimination that we couldn't possibly, you know, be like that towards other marginalised communities. But I found increasingly that's definitely not the case in terms of racism, sexism, you know, misogyny. But even some of the language I hear some of my gay friends use around, like when they're talking about women, you know, using really derogatory words that you wouldn't normally use, like, I mean, unless you were being sexist. I know, for instance, like, you know, a lot of men or gay men might identify, you know, one of their close female friends as like being a fag hag. And I know that I totally respect people who actually use that term as a term of empowerment. You know, women might identify that way as well as their gay male friends might identify them that way. But it just seems like such a you know, arbitrary term that, you know, you don't see straight men being used with, like, yeah, right?
Yeah, like if you, I don't know, like if you have any straight male friends, but we don't have a term for them. They're just friends.
And even the word hag, like the word hag is just very, like, it just seems such a negative word. I know people use it or using what they assume is an endearing way, but I just find it's just one of those things, like, you know, gay men feel like maybe because we're not straight and we don't view women in a sexual kind of way that we can get away with using, you know, quite offensive language and even viewing them in a way and blurring boundaries physically and otherwise that we wouldn't normally. I mean, yeah, what do you guys think? More broadly, like, you know, gay men perpetrate abuse, saying, you know, women experience it as well, you know, that idea of, you know, have you experienced that, Chrisi?
What do you mean with like the fag hag?
No, or even just with women, you know, the idea of, like, you know, if you're, as a lesbian woman, you know, needing to be a certain way or even perpetrating sexism to other women.
Look, I can't think of anything right now, but I thought another point was with you guys on, like, Grindr, this whole idea of, like, no femmes allowed, that feeds into sexism and misogynistic, and that's not cool. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, the whole, like, straight acting, gotta be masked, that comes back to this idea that being feminine in any sort of way is a negative and it's weak, and it plays into that. So I think it's a huge thing that you guys should be able to talk about. Like,
well, well, it's like, you know, as I was saying before, it's like, you know, gay men feel that they don't have kind of straight male privilege, and so when we, you know, but we still want to kind of identify as men, as like masculine, well, not me, but like, you know, like masculine men who, like, you know, being gay is seen as like this, you know, feminine thing to do, or like, you know, like, oh, like bottoms particularly compared to, like, you know, mask dom gym fit tops or whatever. But yeah, it's like the same thing. It's just like masculinity based on this, like, negation of femininity, and like femininity in men or on a male body is somehow like
lesser, right?
Yeah.
It brings that whole, like, patriarchal idea that, you know, women or femininity is seen as subpar to men. You know, masculinity is the ideal. You know, if you're not, you know, reaching those kind of levels, if you're not, I guess, presenting yourself in a particular way, or you're presenting yourself in a quite a feminine way, you're seen as lesser in the community. You don't have as much capital as someone who would be, you know, what would be seen as archetypically masculine, right? And it's very prevalent on, you know, Grindr and those kind of apps and stuff like that. But, you know, you see it everywhere, like, you know, even in clubs, you know, guys are trying to very much present themselves in a particular way.
So I'm kind of curious, because I feel like in the lesbian community, it's not, if you're feminine, that's just a different type of, like, queer lady. Like, it's not, I feel that we don't, what's the word, prioritize or idolize a certain type of, like, queer women. Like, we're not like we want to be all more masculine, because we're like, we've got masculine ones, you got more femme, butch, whatever labels you want to use. With males, is that, I feel like it's not the same. Like, I feel like you do kind of focus on masculine, or?
Definitely seems to be, I think, it's just the idea of men being, you know, we're conditioned from when we're young to be like, to strive to be what is seen as being archetypically male, which is emotionalist, you know, masculine, you know, that kind of thing. But that was a really great talk, guys, so thank you so much. Michael, Jasmine, Chrisi, and thank you for joining us here on the talk on Bent TV. Thanks.
Think before you speak.
I just got it. The last time I told you, when you told your mother, and your mother told me that you told her the secret I told you not to tell me.
Hi everyone, we are watching Bent TV and you're watching Lip Service, the programme where we help you solve your problems. I'd like to welcome my panellists to assist with guiding you in the world. My friend Craig, our regular panellist. New panellist Anthony, well, you're not that new, it's second time now, isn't it?
Right,
yeah, so you're not a veteran anymore. Not a newbie,
Newish.
sorry. And Leanne, not a newbie either.
No.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bucket load of problems to solve, so let's get straight into the first one now. We've got Maz.
Right.
Maz's problem is she seems unable to determine whether somebody's flirting with her.
Oh.
Apparently she's a student, and there's this other student who constantly makes excuses to have small trivial conversations, bumps into her after lectures and so on.
Literally bumps.
I don't know how severe the bumping is,
Right.
but I guess maybe we'll just assume...
A gentle rub.
Just a little touching, or maybe I'll clarify next time she
Maybe
calls.
we
but,
should.
Yeah, but is this other person flirting? How do you know when somebody's flirting?
Well, I've got the same problem. I can't tell that at all. You know what I'm like. I've got no idea. Maybe I need,
It's not till you're horizontal or
glasses.
something, then you get, maybe.
Then I sort of know, yeah.
It's a tricky one, I mean, if Maz is questioning her sexuality or whatever, in a student environment, it's really hard to know about those sorts of relationships. So maybe it's not about the flirting, but actually about acknowledging or identifying somebody who might be a potential partner.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
So it could be sort of like that sort of stuff going on.
Is that...
It's a difficult one because you could be projecting the idea that they're flirting with you if that's what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what you're kind of hoping for. But what about the context as well? Where's the bumping and rubbing happening? If it's on
I don't think there was any rubbing
Craig was the
mentioned.
rubbing.
Just
I'm
He took
projecting
it
there.
a whole new level.
Yeah. We can do some rubbing if you want.
But if it's in a crowded classroom or on the bus on the way home or something, then we're maybe jumping to conclusions. But if it's just them two on the oval and sitting around having lunch and
Bumping and rubbing.
bumping and rubbing, guess you can make
Not
some.
talking.
Or try the rubbing, Maz. Try a bit of rubbing, see if that helps.
So next time she gets bumped, do some rubbing?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Or the best flirting line is to say, "Are you flirting with me?"
Great. Yes.
Very
And then you-
correct.
It's say it in a
That's funny what you
flirty
said.
way, the old,
Yeah.
flirty
What
way.
happened to transparency? Yeah. There
Yeah,
it is.
that's right.
So do you think Maz is actually hoping this
yeah.
is flirting by considering it might be?
I think so.
Could well be, yeah.
Because if the answer's no, well then just let it go. If the
that's
answer's
right.
yes,
You've got lots of
Got
room to
bumping
move
to
there,
go.
haven't you? Yes,
Yeah.
bumping, rubbing, all
Bumping.
sorts.
Okay, Maz, we think you want this person to be flirting with you. Okay?
Give it
So,
a go.
Give it a go.
Yeah, give
rub
it a
back.
rub. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a little bit of a sad one. This is from Yim. I'm not sure. I presume Yim is... I don't know whether Yim is a man or a woman, but anyway, Yim is in a bad situation at the moment. They have discovered that their partner is doing some secret online dating. Apparently, Yim checked the phone and discovered that he had... I say he, it could be a she, multiple accounts on various dating sites, even platinum gold level membership. Does Yim have a problem?
Yes.
Craig?
Clearly. Yim,
Don't hold back, Craig.
all end in tears, my dear. But I guess... Well, I don't know where this snorting's coming from. But I guess...
Behind.
I guess you need to, curb that checking emails and checking phones. That's really the challenge here. I mean, is that healthy, really, to check all the private emails and
But you wouldn't
mobiles
actually know
and-
how to, would you?
No, I wouldn't. No, there's no chance of that happening. Completely oblivious me, But Yim, you've done some investigating, and I don't know. You found some challenges there, so I don't know what the answer is there, but it's pretty sad.
Maybe he's not sufficiently sexually stimulated in the current relationship.
The partner,
Maybe
possibly.
Emotionally happy, but not physically. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's sometimes, you don't go looking for something unless you're prepared for the answer.
That's
God, that was deep, wasn't it?
words.
So I think Yim's sort of willing to open up this can of worms. I'll keep using as many cliches as I possibly can. But it's about trust,
Yes.
Yep.
Anthony.
It is about trust. That's why I think get rid of this idea of monogamy. If this is the arrangement that Yin has with, I think going outside of the relationship to get some sexual needs met occasionally, and I think there needs to be boundaries around it. I agree in sort of having some agreements around it. But these are the issues monogamous couples get into. Forget about monogamy. Forget monogamy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If it's important to Yim, if monogamy is important to Yim, then she's in the wrong relationship. It'll all end in tears, Yim.
So Yim, assuming Yim wants monogamy, and one assumes Yim's partner does not.
Depends on the definition too. If it's only online, I mean, where does flirting and virtual dating and virtual sex start and stop when, I mean, at least the partner's not out on the tear every night.
Is cyber sex?
Well, I guess I guess it depends on how a betrayal is experienced.
That's right.
And it can be any sort of a betrayal, even an emotional betrayal.
Exactly.
So,
So it's about betrayal.
Yes, I think so.
Betrayal and
Yeah,
trust.
Yeah,
Betrayal
Yeah.
and trust.
Yeah.
On both sides.
yeah.
But is cyber sex real sex?
How would I know?
it's amazing.
We're back onto Star Wars again.
That was last week. All right, Jim. Hopefully that's been really, really helpful. Jules. Jules. Now, apparently Jules dresses in a certain alternative style. She has very short hair. People constantly think she's a lesbian when she's not. So she's called Bent TV. What should she do?
Take it as a compliment.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I reckon any sort of, I guess, unconventional sort of presentation out in the community makes it okay for the rest of us to do the same. I think.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Or change her look if it's that distressing for her.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a simple enough thing to do, I guess, isn't it, Jules? Grow your hair. Grow your hair.
Grow your hair?
I don't know if it's uncomfortable.
Throw away
for
the
her.
toolbox?
You know, people are always going to be prejudiced and judgmental about things, aren't they? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So.
Yeah.
Well, she's obviously sounds like a strong person to make us stand and stand out from the crowd. So I'm surprised that being accused of being lesbians
I don't
actually
think she was
impacting
accused. Just
being called, they think that she's a lesbian.
Yeah, just people constantly think she's a lesbian. But she's obviously...
You know, can be worse
Don't worry
things in
about it. I
life,
think
really,
we're saying
can't
don't
there?
worry about it.
You know,
Exactly.
she could be
Yeah.
a Liberal voter.
That would be worse. That would be worse.
We have no political views on this programme, I hasten to add. I think we've kind of run out. We didn't get through too many today, did we? But we'll say goodnight. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Leanne. You've been watching Lip Service. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for staying with Bent TV. Please visit our website, Twitter, YouTube channel and Facebook to find the different ways you can support Bent TV, provide feedback and become involved in supporting Bent TV. Back after this break.
Welcome to G Factor. You're with Table Talk today, and we've got Jo. We're doing a special interview with Jo Lanning.
Me.
J-Lo.
We are. This is a bit of a new segment for us, isn't it?
It is. So tell me, let's start with the kitchen table.
The table.
The kitchen. Table's a
50%
really
off.
important part of a kitchen, isn't it?
They're the heart of your home.
Absolutely.
I think a lot goes on at the table. Kitchen table, dining table, you know.
So we met a very long time ago.
We did.
How long would it be now? Like,
Oh, wow. I reckon 12 years ago.
Yeah.
At least.
at least.
Wasn't that a funny day?
It was. So I had a business, and you walked in,
I did.
and we ended up connecting, and then you ended up doing tarot readings.
Straight up.
Straight
you said,
up.
I have a room for rent. I said, I read tarot cards.
Yeah.
How about I rent that room from you?
Yeah, so you might want to pull a few cards down.
Do you want me to pull a few
yeah.
cards?
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
good.
Okay, I'll get you to shuffle them.
I love
So it's
tarot
another little
cards.
talent I have, isn't it?
Exactly.
But it's
So you've been
serious.
doing this for quite some time,
I have
haven't you? How long have you been
teaching, and I have been reading for probably 20 years now. So I get a bit
Fantastic.
serious. Did you notice that?
I
My voice
know.
changes and everything.
It
When
does.
we're-
Well, you're
we're
very,
reading.
you do take it seriously, and it's very important to you, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a
yes.
very
You don't muck
key-
around with a Ouija board, do you?
It's a-
So why would you muck around with those?
It's a very key, important part of your life.
And you're an expert. I saw the way you cut the
I've done
cards.
it so
then.
many times.
Fan them out. Fan them out.
Fan.
Think
okay.
of your life
My life.
and asking yourself, give me the answers.
Okay.
So left hand. So
Yep.
you want your subconscious
3
mind.
cards?
Yeah, 3. Why not?
Yeah, I want a bit of justice.
Oh, people go, oh no! So this one here talks about documents and justice and balance. So it's saying, it's also a karma card too, so you want to keep that in mind. So cause and effect. So think about that. That sword there, that represents making sure that you think things out. So it's a thought card.
Yeah.
So weigh things up, and that's what the scales represent as well. So think about your documents, weigh it up before you sign the dotted line for anything there. Okay, Now this one interesting. This is typical you, Simone. It's working too much.
Yes.
Just back-breaking work. You can see that he is just holding all of the wands and he can't continue like that.
No.
So it's really important that you delegate some of your work, otherwise you're going to burn out. So very important for you to delegate work. All right, and this last one here, 6 of Pentacles. Now look, we can talk about this being currency, because we don't like to call it money.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Energy.
That's right. So it flows in and out of our life if we call it currency. Otherwise we capture it and it becomes, powerful if we say the word money. 6 represents stability, so it's saying that finances becoming very stable. Giving and receiving, though, is important. So putting currency into projects produces currency. So finances are stable, as long as you delegate that work and watch those legal documents.
Aren't you clever?
Sense?
Yes, absolutely perfect.
You chose
all
the
resonates
cards.
for me.
It does. You chose those cards.
Exactly. So if you want a reading, go to G Factor. And I'm sure Jo will be happy to be of service to you.
And I'll do that for free too, if you become a Bent TV member.
Yeah, that'd be good. A free tarot reading.
I'll do that for you. Promise.
Okay, fantastic. So on the table here we have a few of your favourite things as well.
You'll notice that this
Yes.
is for scrying, and that's a crystal ball. This is very good. So if you wanted to really look deep enough and put your energy into this, being a crystal, and that also gives you the answers, just like the tarot cards.
Then we ventured into joy.
Oh,
And we did joy. We did the Friday Express, and it was so much fun.
We had an early morning breakfast show. And we're talking a 4:30 start.
Yeah, and we used to get up. I used to pick you up from the train
Station at 4, so I'd get up at 3:30, catch the train. She'd pick me up at 4:30.
Yeah.
And it was just like, so good morning. And we're trying to get our smiley face on for radio because it's all in the voice. You say hello, how are you, with a smile on your face, it comes across.
Yeah.
So, you've got to smile when you speak.
We had the best fun. We had so many laughs.
Oh,
we got into so much trouble.
We did. We did, remember? We did. There was so many times.
We nearly shut down the radio station.
Inappropriate things we were saying.
Exactly.
And also just doing accents and things like that.
I know,
You're not
which
allowed
got us into trouble. I know.
You rang me up for my birthday when I was on holidays.
Yes, I did a prank call in an Indian accent, and then the phones went bonkers saying, how do you be attacking the...
It's just fun.
Minority groups. I don't know how Indians are minority groups, but
in respect, you've got to watch what you say.
But it was
on radio.
it was a comedy week.
I
thought it was pretty funny.
Well, I thought it was relevant.
Yeah, and we did Soul Shift.
Oh yeah, that was a
fun.
spiritual show. That was really good,
we had
wasn't
some
it?
really wonderful people on here.
So I want you to. This is for you. So this goes into your energy. So you just put it on your hand, and it'll give you a yes for clockwise. And no for, or anti-clockwise for no. So it's like anything, the cards, you can ask it a question. And that's a crystal as well, that's why it's got energy through it. So if you hold it like that.
So I've got to hold it, you're holding it.
You're going to hold it.
Yeah.
So if I was to ask a question, is Simone in love with me? Well, no! I knew it! No, it's going, I don't know. See how it goes backwards and forwards?
That says no, doesn't it?
It says, I don't know. So anti is no.
Okay.
Clockwise is yes.
And what's really important to you in life?
Do you think you're being a life coach now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you're good at it.
Yeah.
You are a good life coach.
Thank you.
What's important to me right now in this moment?
Yeah.
I think happiness and health. Health is number one, isn't it? Without your health, you've got nothing. So, I think part of being healthy produces happiness. And, you know, and love. And love's an extension of your happiness.
There's the people want to know out there.
Yeah.
Are you available?
What do they want to know?
Are you available? Are you off the market?
I am off the market.
Oh, it's official.
It's official.
Do you know how long it's taken?
What about on radio when we did the dating game?
I know, we tried to...
It was something
I
like
wanted to
The
find love for
Bachelorette,
you.
but that was for me, wasn't it?
I wanted to find love for so many years, and it's got me into so much trouble because you've been such a handful.
Oh, but you sent me on these dates with these random women. And
I know.
Like, you know, that girl that was doing up her combi van.
I know.
Like, we're suited.
I know.
Totally. I really love camping and combi vans and, like, not...
But she's very nurturing.
Yeah, but combi van. Like, what am I supposed to do? Make a cup of tea while she's like working on the combi, mate? Yeah.
There's so much more we can talk about.
There
all
is.
these things, but we have to. But we haven't got no time. Thank you, Jo, for sharing.
You're
A little bit-
welcome.
little
You
bits of-
always bring that out in me, don't you?
Some parts of you. Thank you for sharing those.
You are welcome.
And thank you for joining us on the G Factor and Bent TV. See you next time.
Laters.